You don't need a strict diet. You don't need to spend 2 hours a day at the gym. What you truly need is to change how you live each day, and it's easier than you think. Why is it that some people eat a lot and still stay slim? Why others eat very little but can't seem to lose weight? The answer lies not in how much you eat at one time, but in the small habits you repeat every day. Weight loss isn't just about willpower, it's about whether your environment and daily systems are set up to support you. So join me, a 60-year-old doctor, as we revisit the simple habits that might just change your entire health journey. 1. Cut back on empty liquid calories, a small change with a big impact. I once had a patient named Sarah, 42 years old, an accountant, trying hard to lose weight. She didn't eat excessively, sometimes even skipped meals, but she just couldn't lose a few stubborn pounds. After reviewing her food journal together, I realized the issue. Every day, she was drinking at least 3 sugary beverages, a glass of orange juice in the morning, a milk tea after work, and occasionally a small glass of wine in the evening. Seem harmless. Altogether, that's almost 700 calories a day with no satiety, and worse, more cravings. We often forget, calories don't just come from what we chew. Sweetened drinks, from packaged juices, sodas, bubble teas to those whipped cream, coffee drinks, are invisible culprits behind weight gain. They spike your blood sugar, give a temporary high, then crash you, leaving you hungry, tired, and more likely to eat again. My advice isn't to cut everything cold turkey, but to make smarter swaps, like switching to black coffee or flavored water with lemon and mint. And if you're hooked on milk tea, try stepping down: less sugar, then no sugar, then water. There's nothing wrong with enjoying a special drink once in a while, but don't let these harmless-looking beverages quietly sabotage your effort to live healthier. Let what you drink support your goals, not work against them. 2. Walk more. Don't punish yourself with exhausting cardio. I once told a young patient, you don't have to run 10 kilometers every day to be healthy. Your legs weren't made to suffer, they were made to move smartly. Many people think weight loss requires dripping sweat on the treadmill or taking HIIT classes 5 days a week, but truthfully, you don't need to torture yourself. What I've trusted for over 20 years and still practice myself is simple: walking consistent, gentle, sustainable. Unlike high-intensity cardio, walking doesn't spike your hunger hormones. It doesn't leave you crawling home needing to reward yourself with pizza. Instead, it lowers post-meal blood sugar, improves circulation, reduces stress, and it's particularly great for older adults, busy folks, or anyone with joint issues. Call walking the most effective free medicine we're not using enough. If you sit all day for work, try standing up every hour and walking for a few minutes. After lunch or dinner, take a short 15-minute walk and you'll be surprised at the compounding benefits. No rush, no races. Each step is a small promise you make to your health, and the best part, you can start today. No gym pass, no equipment, just a pair of shoes and a simple decision: I'm going to take care of myself, one step at a time. 3. Prioritize protein at every meal. Your key to staying full and strong. I once told a patient, if you can only change one thing in your diet, start by adding more protein to every meal. Protein isn't just for bodybuilders, it's your #1 ally in managing weight and staying healthy. When you get enough protein, you feel full longer, have fewer cravings, and maintain steady energy throughout the day. Ever wonder why people who eat white bread or noodle soup in the morning feel hungry again in just an hour or two? Because those meals lack protein. But start your day with 2 boiled eggs, some chicken breast, or plain Greek yogurt, and you'll notice less snacking, more clarity, and more energy. I usually recommend aiming for 30 to 50 grams of protein per main meal. You don't need fancy supplements. Eggs, fish, lean meats, tofu, plain yogurt, lentils, and even nuts are all excellent options. As we age, preserving muscle becomes even more important. Muscle not only helps you move better, it's also your body's natural fat-burning engine, boosting metabolism and protecting your metabolic health. So think of protein as the foundation of your daily nutrition. Eating well isn't about eating less, it's about giving your body what it truly needs. And among all nutrients, protein is the one you don't want to overlook. 4. Focus on compound movements, build muscle efficiently, burn fat smartly. People often ask me, "Doc, should I do crunches or bike if I want to slim down and get stronger?" I smile and say, if you only have 30 minutes a day, spend them on squats, deadlifts, or push-ups, not on sit-ups. Why? Compound movements are exercises that work multiple muscle groups at once, like squats, deadlifts, bench presses, and rows. They help build full body strength faster, burn more calories per session, and even continue burning calories after you leave the gym. I once worked with a man in his 60s. He thought he should only do light machines and isolated arm movements. But after trying moderate squats, resistance bands, and push-ups, he was amazed at how much stronger and healthier he felt after just a few weeks. You don't need to lift heavy like an athlete, but you do need to train smart and choose the right exercises to make compound lifts the core of your workouts. They'll help you maintain muscle during weight loss, improve your balance, boost your metabolism, and enhance your ability to move in everyday life, especially as you age. Remember, don't just exercise to feel tired, exercise to truly transform. And that transformation starts by prioritizing the most effective full-body movements you can do. 5. Track your calories like you manage your finances. One day I asked a patient, "How much do you eat in a day?" He shrugged. "Not that much. I eat light." But when we sat down and logged his meals for a week, we discovered he was eating at least 500 calories more per day than he thought. I told him, "And now I'm telling you, you can't lose weight if you don't know how much you're actually eating. Just like you can't save money if you don't know where it's going every month." Calorie tracking isn't about counting every single grain of rice or becoming robotic. It's about becoming more aware of your choices. You start to realize which foods are secretly eating up your calories, like sauces, oils, small snacks, and from there, you can adjust gently and wisely, instead of always feeling lost or frustrated. I often suggest my patients track their meals for just 1 week, nothing fancy. Just be honest. And once you do, you'll get a clear picture where your energy spending is going and where you can save. This isn't about rigid control. It's about understanding your body and habits so you can make better decisions. Because your body, like your bank account, doesn't respond to feelings. It responds to numbers. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like and subscribe button to support us. 6. Don't be fooled by the number on the scale. Each morning look at the weekly trend. I had a patient, Susan, who stepped on the scale every morning and sighed. One day, she was 1.5 pounds heavier than the day before. Panicked, she said, "Doctor, what did I eat wrong yesterday?" I smiled gently and replied, "Probably nothing. It might just be water, salt, or a poor night's sleep." Weight fluctuations from day to day are completely normal. Water retention, hormones, sleep, stress. Even one salty meal can cause a temporary bump. That doesn't mean you're off track. Here's what I tell my patients. Weigh yourself each morning. After using the bathroom and before breakfast, log your weight for 7 days. Then calculate the average. That's your true number. Don't let one off day destroy a whole week of progress. Watch the trend. If your weekly average is going down, even slowly, you're on the right path. Losing weight is like investing. It won't always go up in a straight line. The market fluctuates, but what matters is the long-term trajectory. Be patient. Let the weekly graph be your trusted friend, because weight loss is a journey, not breaking news that changes every morning. 7. Don't let end of day exhaustion make decisions for you. Plan the night before. After a long day seeing patients, I too just want to sit down, exhale, and not make one more decision. And that's exactly why the best plans are made when your mind is still clear, not when you're drained. I often tell my patients, you may feel strong in the morning, but don't count on being rational at 9 p.m. when you're hungry. tired, and the food delivery app looks like a savior. Picture this. One option is a healthy meal, prepped and ready in your fridge. The other is greasy takeout, just 20 minutes away. Which one do you think you'll choose when you're exhausted? Planning ahead is like armor. It protects your good intentions. Just 15 minutes each night to pack your lunch, lay out your workout clothes, write down 3 small goals for tomorrow. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be prepared. When the next day starts, you're not scrambling to decide what to eat or when to move. You simply follow the plan. I still believe successful people aren't stronger, they're just better prepared. And your health is the same. Start tonight so tomorrow feels easier, healthier, and more in your control. 8. Don't eat your emotions, listen to them first. I've been a doctor long enough to know many people don't gain weight because they're hungry. They gain weight because they're lonely, because they're stressed, because they're sad. And in those quiet moments, the refrigerator feels like the only friend they have. I remember Laura, 58, retired early, living alone. She told me, every night I wander into the kitchen. I'm not hungry, I just feel alone. So I eat a few cookies. And then I feel worse. I looked at her and said, you don't need food, you need someone to talk to. Food won't fix feelings. And the most important skill is learning to distinguish true hunger from emotional hunger. If you feel hungry after a full meal, pause and ask, am I really hungry or am I tired, sad, bored? If it's an emotion, don't open the fridge. Open your heart, call a friend, take a 10-minute walk, write in a journal. Learn to process feelings instead of eating them. A grumbling stomach isn't always a problem. Sometimes, it's a sign your body is burning fat. That's a good thing. I often remind my patients, not every hunger needs to be filled. Sometimes, it just needs to be felt. Understanding yourself, that's the real key to managing hunger and staying strong on your health journey. 9. 80%. Consistency is better than 100% perfection. For 2 weeks, I've seen many patients start their weight loss journey with blazing determination. Strict diets, intense workouts, cutting sugar, cutting joy, and guess what happens? Week 1 is amazing. Week 2, they get tired. By week 3, they quit. I always tell them, health isn't a sprint, it's a marathon, and you need endurance. Instead of aiming for perfection, aim for 80% consistency. Eat well 80% of the time, leave the other 20%. For flexibility, enjoy, train regularly, but don't stress if life gets in the way. One day, don't beat yourself up for a cookie, just get back on track at the next meal. I remember Mr. Henry Savanti, 2 years old, one of my longtime patients. He once told me, I drink 1 beer a week because I enjoy it. But I walk every morning, eat my veggies, and monitor my blood pressure. The result? He's healthy, happy, and has kept up his habits for over 3 years. The secret isn't perfection, it's sustainability. The more grace you give yourself within healthy limits, the longer you'll stick with it. Remember, a good enough plan you can follow for 5 years is always better than a perfect plan you quit in 2 weeks. 10. Reduce or avoid alcohol because your body deserves better. I get it. An evening glass of wine, a few beers with friends, they seem harmless. But if you're serious about your health, weight, or sleep, alcohol may not be your friend. Here's why. First, your liver prioritizes breaking down alcohol. Meanwhile, the fats and carbs from your dinner straight into fat storage. Second, alcohol dulls your satiety signals. After just a few drinks, everything tastes better. Midnight pizza or cake at 1 a.m. suddenly feel like brilliant ideas. Third, even 1 or 2 drinks can disrupt REM sleep, leaving you groggy, sugar craving, and unmotivated to move the next day. Fourth, regular drinking lowers testosterone, especially in older men, making it harder to maintain muscle and burn fat. I once told Walter, 68, a longtime beer lover, you don't have to quit entirely. Start by cutting from 4 cans to 2, then down to 1. Eventually, try swapping that evening beer for a calming herbal tea. 3 months later, he was sleeping better, his belly was smaller, and his mood had noticeably lifted. You don't need to swear off alcohol forever. But be mindful. Every time you say no to that extra glass, you're saying yes to deeper sleep, balanced hormones, and a healthier, stronger body. 11. Smart ingredient swaps. Eat well. Lose weight. I often tell my patients, you don't need to eat less, you just need to eat differently. Losing weight isn't about giving up all the foods you love. It's about making smart swaps that let you keep the flavor but cut the calories. I call this strategy ingredient hacking. Imagine this, a warm bowl of rice, but instead of only white rice, you mix in some finely chopped cauliflower, same fullness, half the carbs. A sandwich in the morning but with whole grain or low-carb bread instead of the soft white kind packed with hidden sugar. A hearty meat dish but using lean pork shoulder instead of fatty cuts, seasoned with more herbs and less sugar. Still delicious, but lighter. I remember a retired chef I worked with. He was terrified of diet food because he thought it meant bland and boring meals. But when I showed him how to replace cooking oil with spray, swap heavy cream for Greek yogurt, and use an air fryer instead of deep frying, he was amazed. This still tastes good, but I don't feel stuffed or sluggish after. The truth is, we eat out of habit, not always out of hunger. And when you subtly upgrade your ingredients, you still feel satisfied, but you quietly cut hundreds of calories each day. I never tell my patients to give up their favorite foods. I simply ask them to get creative. Because you can enjoy your meals, feel full, feel happy, and still make steady progress toward the healthier body you want. A few small swaps in your kitchen can turn food from a problem into your most powerful ally. 12. Shape your environment to support healthy habits. Willpower alone isn't enough. I often joke, though it's not really a joke, if weight loss only required willpower, everyone would be fit. The truth is, willpower is valuable, but it's also limited. When you're tired, stressed, or hungry, willpower is the first thing to go. So instead of constantly fighting temptation, why not remove temptation altogether? Simple strategies, far more powerful than iron discipline. Don't keep snacks, soda, or sweets at home, not even for guests. If you can't see it, you won't crave it. Stock your fridge with healthy, ready-to-eat options: boiled eggs, fresh fruit, grilled chicken, washed veggies. When hunger strikes, you'll reach for what's available. Keep your kitchen tidy. A clean, organized space leads to better decisions. I call this redesigning your living space, so that when you walk into your kitchen you're not battling with willpower, you're being reminded, I care about myself. One golden rule: out of sight, out of mind. In sight, in reach. When your environment works with you, you no longer have to fight yourself all day, and living healthy becomes easier, more natural and sustainable. 13. Learn to rest and recover properly. Sleep is the forgotten weight loss tool. I once asked a patient who was working out hard but not losing weight, how many hours do you sleep at night? He said, about 4 or 5. I'm just too busy, I gently replied. Then you're working out to keep your fat. Sounds strange, right? But it's true. Sleep isn't just rest, it's your body's repair system. It's when fat is burned, hormones are balanced, and muscles recover. When you're sleep deprived, your body increases ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and reduces leptin, the fullness hormone. Gives you crave sugar and carbs, elevates cortisol, the stress hormone, leading to more belly fat. Recovers slower from workouts, making you feel sore, unmotivated, and likely to give up. Decreases testosterone and growth hormone, key for building muscle and burning fat. But if you sleep 7 to 8 solid hours a night, you're supporting hormone balance, helping your body recover burning fat while you sleep, clear-headed to make better choices the next day. I often remind patients, a good night's sleep is the launchpad for a healthy day, and a secret weapon for lasting weight loss. Don't underestimate it. Sleep isn't wasted time. It's when your body quietly repairs, resets, and rewards you for taking care of it. 14. Don't go it alone. health is better together. After over 30 years as a physician, I've realized one thing: no one makes lasting lifestyle changes entirely on their own, especially when the journey isn't just a few weeks but a lifetime. I've treated two older gentlemen, Henry and Walter, both over 70, who started coming to appointments only because their wives insisted, but soon they became each other's accountability buddies. They formed a little health club of two. Every morning they walk together for 30 minutes, share healthy recipes, and even compete to see who can reduce their waistline more. Both are now stronger, livelier, and genuinely happier. Your companion doesn't have to be a fitness guru. It could be a friend who walks with you each morning, a spouse who reminds you to take your meds and eat right, a coworker who says no to bubble tea with you, or just a small group who sets weekly health goals together. When you walk alongside someone, you feel more accountable, more motivated, and less likely to give up. Mental strength is invisible but very real, and it may just be the most important factor in sticking to a healthy lifestyle. I always tell my patients, if you don't have someone yet, reach out. You might be surprised how many people are just waiting to start with you. Don't go it alone. Health isn't just a personal goal, it can be something that brings us closer to the people we love. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like and subscribe button to support us. Conclusion: true health doesn't come from willpower but from daily, intentional choices. After decades of practice, I've come to a simple yet profound truth: health doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't vanish overnight either. It's built on tiny choices, made every day, quietly, repeatedly. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need extreme diets or punishing workouts. You just need to do the right things consistently. A meal with enough protein, a restful night of sleep, a peaceful walk after lunch, a moment of saying no to sugar and yes to water, a plan made the night before, a friend who walks the path with you. These small actions. This is how you rebuild your foundation, quietly, gently, but with lasting strength. And if today you're feeling tired, discouraged, or like you failed before, I want you to remember, you don't need to change everything. You just need to start tomorrow morning. With one better choice than yesterday. One gentle step forward, one small act of kindness to yourself. Your body will feel it and respond in kind.